In case you needed further proof of his cognitive decline, Donald Trump just humiliated himself in front of world leaders. Again. And this one is particularly ugly. Welcome to Occupied Democrats. I'm David Reddish. And it's another day of humiliation for the United States, thanks to, ever so predictably, President Taco. At this point, nobody should be surprised, yet somehow it still stings pretty bad when Trump manages to humiliate himself, and by proxy, the rest of us, in front of world leaders. And he's made a habit of doing so. Remember this exchange earlier this year with President Ramaphosa of South Africa?
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
take land. And then
take
when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
Nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now been utilized.
Black. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black.
I really would like us to talk about, and talk about it very calmly.
Yeah. And this new incident is even worse. Yes, worse than accusing a world leader of a country that survived apartheid of actually trying to commit genocide against wealthy white farmers. And no, as President Ramaphosa said there, that is not going on in South Africa no matter what conspiratorial nonsense Trump decides to spout. Good friggin' Lord. Maybe Trump's failings have something to do with his fear or discomfort around African leaders, since his brain decided to go on the fritz yet again today. This morning, Trump met with the presidents of Liberia, Gabon, Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, and Senegal. The White House said, quote, "This discussion and lunch dialogue with African heads of state was arranged because President Trump believes that African countries offer incredible commercial opportunities, which benefit both the American people and our African partners," end quote. In other words, now that USAID is shuttered, Trump is trying to cut deals for American companies to take resources out of the aforementioned nations. Trump also fielded questions from reporters and addressed this question about the pause on sending weapons to Ukraine. You'll recall that just yesterday, Trump said he had no idea who had ordered the pause.
I haven't thought about it because we're looking at Ukraine right now and munitions, but I have not gone into it.
What does it say that such a big decision could be made inside your government without you knowing?
I would know. If a decision was made, I will know. I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'd give the order, but I haven't done that yet. Yeah, please.
And that's not even the worst part yet either. Apart from sounding like an escaped nursing home patient suffering from extreme cognitive decay, Trump yet again demonstrated his laziness and the fact that he has no interest in actually doing his job, as opposed to posing for pictures, getting his behind licked, and barking at world leaders. Which brings us to today's massive embarrassment. While meeting with representatives of the aforementioned countries, Trump suddenly got impatient and then made a massive blunder.
Resources in our sea waters, so lots of fishing and whatnot. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
But I appreciate it very much. I appreciate it. Maybe we're going to have to go a little bit quicker than this because we have a whole schedule. If I could just say it's, your name and your country would be great. Thank you, please.
Muito obrigado, Senhor Presidente Trump.
And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you in such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully?
Okay, let's review something real quick here. Liberia was founded in 1847 by former Americans. Liberated slaves, actually, hence the name. Prior to its independence, it was considered a U.S. colony. So you know what their official language is? English. This is a former American colony that holds common history with the United States, and Trump didn't even know that. So now, should we all take bets on how much Trump's well-known racism plays into the equation? Does he think people from Africa are somehow unable to speak English? Or to him, because they are African, does that just mean they can't speak good English? And I have to say, Trump is correct about one thing here. These leaders speak better English than some people like Donald Trump. And of course, Trump just waves off their concerns and asks them to wrap it up, which shows just how much he cares about their current economic plight without USAID. He doesn't care if their people die. These are, to use his words, shithole countries. Remember? Lord save us. And Marco Rubio, what are you doing right now? I realize that Trump is only pitching you one crisis after another, but can't the State Department do something to ease the tensions and make up for the insults here? To the leaders of Liberia, Gabon, Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, and Senegal, we apologize for having a demented taco as a president. This is what we live with every day. This is Occupy Democrats.